Hey guys, and welcome back to the next installment of Agrarian Skies Let's Play series. So I have some good news and some bad news. The bad news is now, no, I didn't die, but I lost all my tools. And you think, how'd you lose your tools without dying? Well, I was playing around with the console commands, and I typed the /clear command to get rid of some junk in my inventory, and I didn't quite understand how it worked, and I lost all my tools. But the good news is I made new tools, and I made manilium tools. I don't know how to pronounce that, manilium or something. But anyways, yeah, I've been getting tons of cobalt and ardite sand from sifting the soul sand. So that's good. So we have a brand new set of tools. And another cool thing that we have is a little village with a lot of ocelots. They spawn above Y level, I think 63 in the jungle biome, and there's a lot of jungle biome back there. Actually, which biome am I in here right now? Jungle, yeah. So yeah, ocelots spawning everywhere. And yeah, we got a little village going here. I created a villager using the villager spawn egg recipe. And it's pretty simple. It's just expensive. You're going to need 8 emeralds and an egg. And I built him this little house here. And this is a 9-door house. Which means that usually for every 3 doors you have, you can support 1 villager. So this village would support 3 villagers. So if I put another one in here, they should breed eventually and make a 3rd. But for now, I'm out of emeralds, so this poor guy here is just going to be lonely for a bit. Apparently he has a lot of cooked chicken. He's willing to trade 8 cooked chicken for an emerald. I don't think I'm going to be going for that deal, but yeah. Anyways, so what I might do is in a bit, probably not this episode, but I'll get back to this monster spawner that I've been kind of neglecting. I have some serious improvements I want to make to it. And I'll set it up to a mob grinder and yeah, the MFR auto spawner, and make some more villagers and populate this area a little better, and maybe even start, you know, melting these little guys down for emeralds. Yeah, how would you like that, buddy? Alright, but one thing I'm going to go over is how I actually created this. Is that snow? Wow, sorry, I'm going to go over how I actually created this giant area here. What biome is this? Oh, there's a taiga biome, okay. Anyways, so I'll show you how to create this giant area here without doing it all manually. And I've been doing this with the Builder's Wand. So let's head over to the other side of the base. And yeah, we'll do some work on the bee setup, because I need to build some new land for it. Oh yeah, also I've been working on finishing up the automation, putting in some cooler looking blocks and various things. I really like this walkway, this chiseled brownstone. This is something you get from Tinker's Construct, and this stone actually increases your walking speed on it. So you see how I'm walking now? I'm not running. This is me running. Like, you go really fast, and then when I hit this, I'll slow down a bit. This is just quartz stone slabs. But yeah, so this is pretty cool. This is chiseled brownstone brick slabs. And then for walkways around my place, I'm using fancy brownstone slabs. Cool, yeah, and I got, basically the same machines as I had here before, just everything a lot more organized and set up for automation. I kind of like how these 2 vacuum hoppers interact. Items will get stuck in the center, and sometimes they'll even orbit them. I didn't know that was something that happened, but it's kind of a cool effect. They don't end up losing anything, and it doesn't matter which vacuum hopper these items go into. They all end up in the same location. So that's kind of cool. I don't know, maybe 1 vacuum hopper in the center here would be enough, but I'm kind of entertained by this, so I might leave it as is. But for now, let's expand this area. So the way the Builder's Wand works, for those of you who don't know, well, first I'll go over how you make it. There's 2 recipes. Now, the cheaper recipe needs something called an unstable ingot. And Well, to make that you need division sigil, which you can only find in dungeons. So I'm not going to be able to do that unless there's any other way. Nope. That's it. Okay, the other recipe is simple. It's just a stick and diamonds all around. So that's what I did. I didn't have many diamonds, but yeah, when I show you how awesome this works, it'll be pretty clear that it's worth it. Like, you can extend blocks just by doing this. So if I just press shift and walk here, I can't fall over the edge, and I can extend them, and it could do up to 9 by 9 at a time. So we'll build a platform out here to do a bee automation area, kind of a forestry mod area. And like, this is unbelievably fast. Definitely a must-have item. If you're playing Agrarian Skies and you have a similar expand the world crazy playstyle like I do. Oh, this guy has armor on. Maybe we can get some better armor for him. No? Okay. Wow, that sword does a lot of damage. One hit kills on creepers. Probably on the skeleton too if he didn't have armor. This is kind of risky going out here with areas mobs can spawn around here. I've started to switch to building things out of cobblestone instead of like the full cobblestone instead of the slabs. Just because I have a theory that the slabs might cause a little more lag based on how Minecraft does rendering and mapping of flat surfaces. So that's why I'm using cobblestone here. It's just a theory, it might be wrong, but okay. Let me go over what I've been doing with the bees, and then after that I'll take some time off camera and start to produce a little house here. But basically I set up, oh, what am I gonna need? There we go. I set up the bee automation area right here. And what I have the bees doing is just, so in these apiaries, just producing more drones. So, for instance, here I have marshy bees and marshy drones, and all they basically do is just loop through here. These ones aren't actually growing because no mushrooms have popped up on my mycelium here yet. But for ones that are, like the Sorceress Queen, they're just looping in and they're producing more drones, and these drones will be a backup unless if I want to, you know, produce more of these kind of drones. And I'm doing these with ignoble stocks. This is very useful for the Sorceress Queen, especially because this is the only one I have, and it's ignoble Queen, which means that eventually it will be lost. Yeah, so I can take these drones, and if I were just to put any other regular princess in here, it would turn it into a Sorceress 1. And this is cool because I can make the magic bees with this guy. Now, with the introduction of Thermal Expansion 3, automation of the bees has never been easier. Because what you can do now is, before you had to do this whole setup with like the Buildcraft pipes, and it was just like, it was really complicated, and you had to, you know, use an assembly table with the lasers and make gates, and sometimes it didn't work if there were like chunk loading errors and various things. So yeah, now the way you set it up is you just loop item ducts around like this and send them to a chest. I put a pneumatic servo here just to extract, and that's all it's set to. Like I'll show you. There's nothing else here. And what happens is the bees come out here, the bees and all the products, and then they hit this junction here. And the way the item ducts work is they're always trying to insert things into the closest free location. So anything that can go in here will. So the princess will always go back in here, and the drones will go in here if there's a free spot or if they can add on to the stack. Anything else that can't go in there, like the honey and products or extra drones that can't stack, will go down this pipe and keep on going into the chest. And because these junctions here are set to dense, any of those drones going down here will never try to sample up here and go into one of these hives accidentally. The only way that could possibly happen is if this chest filled up and there wasn't any space here. Then they might try to go up this way. But yeah, it's working pretty well. I have, you know, almost a full stack of forest drones. Okay, and then on this side, this is I just set this up, and these are my first attempts at bee breeding. As you can see, these ones just finished here. And what I'm breeding here is I'm trying to produce, what are they called? The leprosine bees. I can't pronounce that word, but it's the special bees you can only breed on Easter. Because you can only breed these between April 6th and 15th, and it just happens to be April 6th today when I'm filming this episode. I tend to film, a few days in advance. Yeah, so hopefully we can get that special bee out here. I've never bred that before, so I'm kind of excited to get it. So to do those, you have to breed forest drones and meadow drones. And I did here, and I got a common princess, which is really cool. Because I'm going to need that to breed other things, but I didn't get the forester, the special bee that I wanted. So I'm going to have to try for that again. First, I'm going to have to analyze these bees. I'm using a beeeeeeser. And to actually use the beeeeeeser, I'm going to need honey. So that's why I'm starting to go and make the whole kind of bee industrial setup there that I told you I'm expanding the land for. Now, in this hive, I'm trying to breed... What am I trying to breed? Oh, I'm trying to breed the redstone producing bees. But first, I want to make more Valiant drones. So I'd like to get a Valiant drone and a Valiant princess, so I can breed them. And so I bred a Valiant drone with, I guess, a Meadows drone, and I got a Saffron one back, which is not what I want. I preferred that to be a princess, so I might attempt this again. But yeah, I really got to take a look at these genetics so I know what I'm doing and what decisions I should be making, because this Saffron princess might have some Valiant genetic background, or it might not, or I don't know what's going on. So I'm going to take some time off camera, and I'm going to expand this area out here a bit and build a little kind of bee industrial setup. Yeah, I'll be back in a minute. Alright guys, so I've built a space for the new bee house out here. I found these cool bone bricks. They're called fancy bone bricks. From Tinker's Construct that you make with a chisel on bones. I use it twice and you get these bricks. And they look pretty cool. It looks almost kind of like beehive style. So I think we'll use this for this room here. I've started to do a little more construction now. There's a lot more time. The lapses between different things I can do is just kind of the nature of this mod pack. And I have more resources, so I can start to do more builder-ish kind of stuff. Start to use more interesting materials. Not really making everything out of cobble anymore. So you can see I expanded this area way out here. Like with the builder's wand, all this stuff goes really quick. But alright, let's... rain again, okay. Let's get a squeezer going. Oh, centrifuge, I mean. And start processing some of this stuff. So, what's the recipe for that? We want centrifuge. Okay, so copper, sturdy casing, and glass. And we'll do 2 of them. That copper I actually have there for another purpose. Surprisingly enough. And some glass. Cool. And we have some conduit to connect them. So that should be good. So let's get these things going. That extra copper I had, in case you're wondering, is because I want to make a whole lot more oh, I can't even speak, a whole lot more bronze. And I'm doing it just by pulverizing the metals first and then mixing them, as opposed to doing it in the Tinker's Construct smeltery, because that smeltery is all tied up in my automated ore processing. And to really kind of make custom alloys in it anymore, it's pretty inconvenient unless I build another smeltery. So I'm gonna wait on that for a moment. Okay, let's hook these guys up and get processing and make some honey so we can analyze those genetics. Okay, I'll probably put the genetic aspect of the bees along this wall. Should I? Yeah, and I'll put the machinery. You know what? I'll put the genetics. Yeah, I'll put the genetics along this wall, and then I'll put the machinery for honey production and all processing along here. Okay, so let's just do a quick connection for two of them, and get that honey flowing quickly. I think I'll end up sticking like some big tanks over here for liquid honey, and then a smaller tank here for liquid DNA in a bit. But first I just want to take a look at these genetics. Okay. We have quite a few honeycombs stacked up already, even though we're not using any frames in these alvearies. I'm just recycling them. So we'll throw these in centrifuges. And while we're processing, maybe we'll go make another villager, so our one villager isn't too lonely. You know what, I'm just going to sit here and wait for this one to finish because it's going to be so quick. Mossy comb. I wonder if you get anything else occasionally from that. And that's the mundane comb from Magic Bees. Okay, so let's go quickly make another villager while we wait for our honey to be prepared. So one egg and emeralds. Okay, and this should make our breeding population of villagers. Fortunately, it's not a lot to maintain a genetically viable population. Like, I think they're going to be pretty inbred, but it's just a video game. Oh. Ran into the cactus. If you're wondering why I'm not lighting up a lot of this area here, it's because oh my god, look at all those ocelots. Run, ocelots, run! They can't run off the edge. Anyways, what I was saying, I don't have to light this area up anymore because I put a magnum torch down, but I got from one of the quests. So basically this entire area here, just past the pond to my smeltery, is completely spawn proof. Okay. Let's introduce a villager to our village here. Oh. Plumwood planks for emeralds. I don't know about that deal. Shouldn't you be going inside? Okay. Where's your friend? There he is. Come on, guys. Make me a baby. Maybe they want some privacy. Go in here. Look, it's a friend for you. Nah, okay. Well, I'll give him some privacy, and when I come back, who knows? Maybe I'll have a third villager. All right, let's go take a look at these bee genetics and decide what we're gonna do with the bee breeding. I really like how fast I can run at the moment. Oh, I need my bee Elizer. Should I put it in the bee chest? Yes, I did. Okay. Oh, I should spin those combs down too while I'm at it. And we got honey and beeswax. Okay, and that's going to be more than enough to analyze the small amount of bees that we've bred. Okay. I like that we got a common bee. The common princess. That'll be useful for the other breeding we want to do. Okay, so let's take a look. I need to put some honey in here. First we'll check this common princess. Okay, it's common and meadows. So that's good. This will be useful for going down the diligent tree that we want to do. So we'll put that to the side here. It's not going to help breeding for either the Valiant bee or for the bees, the bunny bees. Okay, so this is Saffron and Valiant. Saffron I'm not too keen about. The bee basically produces a cone that you can use as a yellow dye. At least that's what it's supposed to do. When I played with it in Unleashed, that feature actually didn't even work. So I'm not... I assume by now it would be properly implemented, but who knows. So we'll breed this back probably with this Valiant drone here and see if we can get a pure Valiant queen and a pure Valiant drone out of it. But first let's check these other guys, because let's see if they have better genetics. So, oh! Meadows and Laparine. This is the one that we were going for. So we'll find a good queen to breed this guy into, and hopefully it maintains this Laparine, and we can get the bee that we want. A purebred bunny bee, I guess. Okay, this is just forest and meadows, so it's not a particularly interesting drone. So we'll put it up here. Forest and meadows again. And what's this one? Okay, meadows and Valiant. So because the Saffron one I want to breed with a Valiant drone, let's compare this bee to this bee and see which one's better. Okay, so that's meadows and Valiant, and this is Valiant and meadows. Okay, so lifespans, you generally don't want a long lifespan. It just means it's going to take it longer before you get production out. Well, out of the hive. Wait, no, that's not correct. It just means that it's going to be longer before you can select if you're trying to breed other bees. So there's really no advantage to have a long lifespan. However, you want higher speeds and higher pollination rates. So that's what we'll be looking at here. So this is speed slow and pollination slower. And I can never remember which order this goes in. You'd think it would be slow, slower, slowest, but I think it might actually go slower, slow, slowest. I don't know. But let's see. Let's compare it to this guy. Okay, so they're basically the same. It really doesn't matter which one we choose to breed with this queen, but we'll save this guy just in case the breeding doesn't go and we need to reintroduce the Valiant trait. So in this hive we'll throw those two bees, and then this was the one that had the Laparine. Okay, and because I want to maintain this as common, I'm going to go find another bee to breed with this, and I think I'll pick maybe an ignoble forest bee. And the reason I'm picking that, oh, can't walk past her, that tree in the way. The reason I'm picking that is because it has meadows trait in it, and the meadows and forest give you a higher chance for Laparine. So let's see what we got here. We got forest pristine, forest ignoble. Okay, and then with the common, what should we breed with this common bee? I'd like to get a pure common, and we can do that by doing meadows and forest again. So I need just a regular forest drone, or forest meadows. Forest meadows. Let's just grab a forest drone. There we go. Okay, so I have the breeding pairs selected. This guy we're going to save for later, and then these kind of mixed forest drones. You know what? I'm going to put in the chest, and we'll melt them down into bee DNA later. They don't have any particularly useful genetic traits that we want to save. Oh, and I'm going to need another apiary. Oh, there's one in here. Okay. And so this is generally how you do the bee breeding, at least at the beginning, before you get introduced to more advanced genetics kind of stuff. Okay, so this is breeding for the bunny bees, and then this is for the common bees. Okay, and yeah, I'm gonna let these guys breed up. Nothing's gonna happen in this rain. I'm gonna do some more construction, just kind of try to work on making this whole area here look a bit better, because it's everything looks kind of like a construction site at the moment. And yeah, I'll be back in a bit. Hey guys, something exciting has happened. They had a baby. This little mini villager dude. So that's cool. To make the village any bigger, I'm gonna have to start putting in more doors and building more houses. But yeah, it's slowly expanding. We're not getting any decent trades yet, but I have a good feeling about this little guy. Hopefully he'll give us something good. Alright, well, you know, this episode is kind of starting to get to that point where I think I should end it. Yeah, so I'm going to cut right here. And off camera I'll do that construction and bee breeding that I've talked about. And hopefully, yeah, I'll have something good to show you guys when I come back for the next installment. Alright, thanks for watching.